Hi, and welcome to a different kind of a clicker heroes. This is the massive overhaul mode called Root2. And as you can see, first off, I have a lot of fish on my screen. The reason when you leave the game for a while, usually, for example, you go away for about 2-3 hours, maybe 4, and come back, then usually you have the entire screen covered with them, because the cap of them on the screen at the same time is 259, if I remember correctly. But there is an easy way to get rid of them. You can just click on the quality button here. Boom, they're gone. And now click again to get the graphics back. Simple. You also get the... this isn't in the web version yet, but you can get all of the skins for 10 rupees in this version. Just for fun. I like having different skinned autoclickers around here. Makes it even more interesting than it already is. Now, what does this overhaul mode do? What does Root2 do compared to the regular game? Well, it redefines the game's balance. For example, I'm pretty sure you don't remember Dread Knight ever costing this much. Or Atlas, for that matter. Well, level 1 Atlas actually costs something E450. In regular clicker heroes, you know that Chuchi costs E500. That's because starting from Dread Knight onwards, the game has been changed a lot. You even have these fun things like the multipliers. For example, Dread Knight starts with 4 times as usual, and then goes over to 4.25 times every 25 levels instead, with the last upgrade. Same with Atlas, although Atlas starts at 4.25 times and goes to 4.5 times later. How much do I have? I have... how many, sorry? 322. I'm about done with my Transcendence, because this is the second ascension where I didn't get Talo. Also, I haven't... and actually I have updated, yeah. The person who balances this game took Terra's last upgrade, which was level 90,000, and took it down somewhere. I haven't ascended yet to know exactly where, but that's what happened. Now, another interesting thing is how the outsiders have changed. You get Pony Boy is weaker. The initial plan in E11 to take Pony Boy down to 100%, this was done in this version. You also have Orphalas, who no longer affects Kronos. Instead, it affects the survival of mercenaries per day, which is interesting. I haven't looked... I can't remember what the maximum is for this, but... instead, they made Kronos really powerful, and at the same time the boss timer decreases by 1 second every 100,000 levels, instead of the regular clicker heroes' 2 seconds per 500 levels. That's basically to compensate for no outsider for Kronos anymore. Also, ancients like Bubos, like Dora, also like Kuma, have been adjusted and made significantly stronger than in the regular version. And Vagor goes to minus 100% skill cooldowns. That that was changed back to 75% a while ago and then recently put up as minus 100% again, which is interesting. I wonder why the constant changing here. This game won't include, or this mod won't include the 4 Ace Scouts from the regular version C11 because the mod makers decided that Yahil would be an interesting end to the mod because Yahil, well, because of her lore. And that's pretty much the mod. This was a perfect time to start recording because I'm about to transcend actually. So I think I will go through that now. I mean, I guess I might be able to squeeze Ptalo in here if I wait long enough, but I don't think so. It seems like I'm starting to lose momentum here, even despite the 95 seconds for post timers. And sure, I have a power high enough that I could go on, but I am at the next breaking point, so I think it's good enough to start. Oh, also transcension log. These are my transcensions so far. 20 hours, 41. These don't really say much because I sometimes stop playing. For example, you can see here 13 hours, that's illogical. You usually would have 3 hours and 6 hours here. But this 17 hours is also way too long. Well, I mean, in regular Clicker Heroes you have days worth of ascensions, but I don't mean it in that sense that it's too long. I mean just that it should be about 10 hours. This is the regular ascension length here. But I slept a bit, so happens. Anyway, let's transcend. The next breaking point is 1250, and I will do just that. Let's go. Let's put these here. And I thought that I would level Fandoris to level 20. I think that's enough. I also will... Oh, right. I forgot about this. This is the feeding frenzy. So for a while they keep appearing. This is a lot of fun. I haven't seen this in action yet. That was cool. Anyway, I will round off these. I will increase Zen because I want my treasure chest chance to be nice. Let's put these. Let's also increase the survival. And definitely increase Pony Boy. I know Transcendent Power is stronger, but he affects Transcendent Power. At least a little bit. Minus 53%, 55. Maybe. I'll leave the rest here. So I have 2% more Transcendent Power than I had before. That's nice, right? The Transcension should... or this Ascension should go by fairly fast. Because I have 2000% from Fan already. From Fandoris. So my first one, so they aren't great. In regular Clicker Heroes I always hope for Kuma to be the first one. Because that makes the first ascension in a new transcension go by really fast. and that's interesting for me. In regular version I actually reached the Maw last transcension, and I transcended because I lost 2 mobs per zone. Do I have... oh, I didn't get enough for the next auto-clicker, unfortunately. Another thing that has changed is that these autoclickers cost 100 rupees less than in the regular one, but the quick ascension and time-lapse costs are doubled. So instead of 50 here is 100, these are 20, 40, 60 and 100. Because for balance reasons. You get so many rupees in this version that there has to be a downside to at least somewhat counteract it. The way I do fans usually is I just level everyone to 200 as usual. Another interesting thing about this version is that you get everyone up to Frostleaf to level 200 leveled automatically if you have a certain amount of hero souls spent. And that happens automatically when you ascend. You start with them at level 200 already. It's a good addition. I will just skip ahead until I reach level 100. So I'll see you then. Alright, we are about to reach level 100. Very soon. I won't use it just yet. I might use the others. Just in case. Oh, this one as well, why not? Let's see what the first primal gives us. With 6%. 5,000. That's good. Then the next one will give us... The next one will be level 115, I think. Not sure. The early game heroes have been untouched. Would have been kinda interesting to have everyone balanced that way, that you go from one to the next, but... well, I think they did already a lot with this mod. And that's pretty much how it goes, really. During Fant you won't reach Dread Knight, although you might later on, because the Transcendent power... The next breaking point is 2500 and you are recommended to, at least at this point, starting with 1250. The very first breakpoint you might be able to skip the 70 Ancient Soul one and get to 300 in the first... in one transcension, but otherwise, as far as I know, you are recommended to transcend at the breakpoints, or soon after, because it gets really difficult to progress onwards from them. And from what I know, this mod is supposed to last for about a year in terms of how much content it has. That's about when you reach the end of Yahyel. So expect to play it this, if you do play it, then expect to play this for about a year or more, if you so desire. I don't know how long I will play it, but I will definitely try to get to the end at least. I mean, to the end of Yahil, the last upgrade. But how much I will go further from there, I don't know yet. I'm so far away from that I wouldn't really know, right? And I will look into when I will do progress updates for this one. I don't know yet. I think, yeah, I'll look into it, what the episodes will be like. But this is a new mod, and it's enjoyable for now. If you have any more questions about things I didn't mention that I might have forgotten right now, then let me know and I'll try to answer them. So, bye!